Well, hi. This is my son Grady, and this is his 1990 F250. And he wanted cab lights, so we're just going to do that. So this did not have cab lights from the factory, so he's gone ahead and laid them out where he wants them. And we drilled some holes, and now we're fishing some wire in between them. So I've got a piece of stiff wire here. It's a piece of solid. And because this is double layered underneath, so there's no access from the underside. We actually already have the headliner out. And so that's what we're doing. So we'll see if we can get another one fished in. And he's looking. So our center hole is right there. I can't see the, I don't know if I need to or. Does it always want to go the wrong way?
Stage next. Easy. Stop.
Easy. Nope, nope. That's good. So we're going to leave a loop at each place here. And these are the pigtails it came with. It's just a hot in the ground. We'll splice it in there and solder it in. And then we'll put a grommet in here in the hole. So I'm going to jump to the other side and help him get that in. Then we'll bring you back when it's time to solder this stuff in. Okay. Well, while he is over there finishing fishing the wire in, because that's really fun. And I am going to start soldering. Soldering. So I've got this all prepped here. I just twist the wires. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it, different means and methods. This is just the way I do it, mainly because it's easiest. I've already got my heat shrink on there. Make sure you put that on before you do this. Otherwise, you have to cut it apart and redo it. So what you do is you want to get a little bit of, and this is rosin core wire, which means it has the flux built right into it. And you want to get it pooled on the end of your soldering iron. And then you want to touch the wire that you're trying to solder together. And you want that wire, the metal wire, to transfer the heat into that solder. And you want that to actually melt the solder. You don't want the soldering iron to melt it, because otherwise you're just bulking it up on top. You want the actual metal that you're trying to join to do the melting. Does that make sense? And you'll see it. You'll see it. Boy, the trucks are rocking here. You'll see that wire. It'll kind of like the individual strands of the wire will actually kind of soak up the solder. And that's what you want. And that makes it really good. I mean, basically a permanent joint. And then you want to take your soldering iron and burn yourself with it. But you take your heat gun, and this is the fun part. You melt your heat shrink.
I did it.
You got it? You want to take it out and do it again? Just to show how good you are? So yeah, you do that. And that makes a real nice, and that heat shrink has like a goo in it that as you heat it up, it melts and basically makes that watertight. So then you can also see we added our grommet. So those grommets come in a kit you can buy. I think I bought these off of Amazon. I'm not sure. Yeah. So we're going to, in addition, well, okay, first of all, what that grommet's going to do is keep those wires from rubbing against even though we chamfered these as best we could, that's still a raw metal edge, and you don't really, really, really want that causing an issue. And then we're gonna also silicone around this to give it a little bit of extra waterproof protection. But yeah, then this basically just goes up into there. And these are LEDs, so hopefully we'll never have to mess with them again. There's this little void in here. So you can just kind of twist those wires up in there. And then that'll screw down just like that. Probably use some self-tappers or something. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, well, we're kind of finishing up the install here. Got the cab lights put on. Grady's putting the finishing touches on up here, working them in, and we are putting a little bit of silicone around those bushings just to add a little bit of additional waterproofing because we don't really want them to leak. We are fastening it with...
Oh, it works a lot better when you take the...
Yeah, it does. We're using these little self-tapping stainless steel screws, so we're not really worried about corrosion. See, stainless. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'll show you how we're tying it in over here with the switch. So inside the cab here, because we don't have a factory, the factory harness for cab lights, we've taken the dash apart, and this is the plug that goes into the headlight switch. And we looked it up here, and this brown and white wire is what controls the marker lights. And so that's what we want to tie into, because we want the cab lights to come on with the marker lights. So soldered that in, and we'll tape that up real good because you can't. I didn't want to cut that. We ran it. The wire comes across in here, and we'll have to look at that because that's stretched a little tight there, but comes down the A-pillar, around and in and around. It's just hooked in, and then we take the ground to a screw, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's all it took. That's all you got to do. I'll show you what it looks like when we're all done. See how they look here. So we got the cab lights put on, and the lights for he's got lights around the toolbox in the back. So it's so cool. Looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.